Well, this is Dennis McKinney's truck, and he is the leader of Mopar's Invade Centerville, Arkansas Mopar Cruisers. Arkansas Mopar Cruisers.
Yes.
All right, so bone, you said bone stock 360?
Yes.
And it got shorty headers.
Shorty headers.
And your best quarter mile was?
1410.
1410 in Tulsa, right?
Tulsa.
Awesome. And the truck's a 96?
99.
99, okay. You can find him on Facebook. His name's Dennis McKinney. Anyway, I'm gonna go down. I think I got the car warmed up. Joe's here helping me today. I appreciate Joe. And we're gonna see what it does. All right, Mopar people. Welcome back to the channel. I'm JustMoparJoe. This is kind of the video everybody's been waiting on. I've made it to the track for my 68 Barracuda with the 408 stroker. I was able to compare 3 different types of collectors, the 2.5-inch glass packs, the 3-inch glass packs, and a 3-inch open pipe. I did run the car all the way out through the 1,000 foot, see the differences in those 3. I did do a little bit of test and tune stuff. Before I actually took the car out, I was able to take it down the highway and check my AFR gauge, and I did rejet this carburetor. It's a 750 AED, so nothing too radical there. But I had really good luck with it right off the trailer. You'll see that one coming up soon. I did actually mess up and leave the breather on the car, which it is a K&N air filter and a breather top, so maybe not a big difference there. Tried a couple different timing settings. You'll see that. I actually have 3 winners for the t-shirts. I'll announce those winners at the end of the video. See who got it right. But here we go. There it is. 729, 158, 60 foot. And I forgot and left the breather on. I'm gonna blame Joe. So here's after that first run. I went ahead and underlined here on the slip just the time of day it was, 103. 729, 8th mile at 93. 1,000 foot was 939 at 106. 60 foot, 158. So I'm gonna keep this ticket as my first. I'll just go ahead and mark it there. And I'll compare all the other tickets to it as we go along. So that way it'll be a little bit more comprehensive. Here we go. So here's that second run. The only thing I changed was no breather here, but I did pull up in the right-hand lane, kind of unprepared. I saw the lights come down, so I just punched it. I have no idea what I launched at. All the other tickets here that I'm going over, I left the line foot braking at 2,500 RPM. So this could have been more or less, I'm not sure, but I would kind of discount this ticket. The only thing different was no breather. And the only positives we had, a little bit more mile per hour in the 8th and a little bit more mile per hour in the 1,000. Other than that, everything else dropped. So I would just discount this one. I wanted to show it to you because it was a pass made. It was straight, but not really helpful for information. Here we go. So there's a lot going on with this pass. I wanted to show you these numbers just in case you wondered about that red Hellcat Challenger. He does have, I believe, some methanol injection of some kind. It's not your standard Hellcat Challenger, but he ran a 667 at 105 in the 8th and an 849 in the 1,000, 124. It was fun to run with him, but back to my stuff here. This was 5 degrees of timing and 2.5-inch glass packs. Still no breather. The breather's gone for the rest of the day. But it looks like I gained, 200ths in the 60 foot, 156, 500ths in the 330, 700ths in the 8th. So I'm down now to a 722 and 0.62, so 62 hundredths mile per hour in the 8th. The biggest gain, it looks kind of like, was in the 1,000 foot mile per hour, and the 1,000 foot, that's a 930 versus a 939. So almost a 1/10 in the 1,000. So there's all three side by side if you want to see them. I went ahead, I was going to focus more on these two since it's apples to apples on timing. So they're both 35 degrees. The one on the right, I switched to the 3-inch glass packs. They are almost identical lengths. The only difference is they were 3-inch versus 2.5. Straight off the collector. And my biggest gain, I gained a 1/10 of a mile per hour in the 8th and 2/10 of a mile per hour in the 1,000 foot. So really just, picking up a little mile per hour, not a lot of anything else. 60 foot was nearly identical. 330 was nearly identical. Even the 8th, 722, 722. The car wants to be consistent apparently at the 22. But that's the first test with the 3-inch glass packs. I'll pull up the next one. Okay, second pass. 35 degrees, 3-inch Glasspacks is here. It actually slowed down just a little bit with that 723. So 6.5 thousandths less, it looks like, than the previous pass. The only places I picked up were mile per hour, 0.2 of a mile per hour, and 0.23 of a mile per hour in 1,000. So it could have just been the right-hand lane. I'm not really sure, but the 3-inch Glasspacks aren't really outperforming the 2.5-inch at this point. And certainly not as much as what I had expected. If I can get you out to where you can see all three. That far left-hand side, 60 foot was 156.18 to 156.36, and then 158.74. So in theory, that Glasspack, the 2.5-inch Glasspack, outperformed the 3-inch at the track. My last two passes here will be the 3-inch open pipes. So let me get those pulled up for you. And here we go. That last test on my right-hand side here is the 35 degrees, first pass with an open pipe. And I just compared it to this ticket on the left-hand side, which we've been using the whole time. 60 foot was actually down at 159. Let's see, 330 was down. The 1/8 mile actually picked up, I believe that's 7/10 thousandths of a second. So almost none. Notice there's a 722 going all the way across the board. If I can get those back in line. There you go. Mile per hour was up 42 hundredths. 1,000 foot up 13 thousandths. And the 1,000 foot mile per hour was up 0.62, so 62 hundredths. Not a lot of difference here, guys. You know, to save, if you'd like to save your hearing and run the exact same ET, I would run some mufflers, put some Glasspacks on there. I'm probably putting the 2.5-inch Glasspacks back on. Let's see my final pass, which I did kind of have to hot lap the car. And here it is, far right-hand side, my final pass of the day. It was pretty much a hot lap. They were getting ready to shut the track down about 4:30 that afternoon. I went ahead, let's see, 60 foot was down. Like a lot. I mean, basically everything was down except my mile per hour in the 1/8, my mile per hour in the 1,000, and my 1,000 foot. So, I mean, those numbers are so small, it's almost negligible that, you know, the open pipe versus the 3-inch versus the 2.5, there's not a lot of difference. I guess you pick up some mile per hour. Let me go ahead and get you my final thoughts on these tickets and show you, I'll circle which one did best where. Okay, so here is the best of everything. My best 60 foot of the day, it was a little bit earlier on, was with the 2.5-inch Glasspacks. Moving on, my best 330 was with the 3-inch Glasspacks at 463.02. My best 1/8 mile of the day was with the 3-inch Glasspacks, 722.45. Let's see, my best mile per hour in the 1/8 was with the open 3-inch pipe. My best 1,000 foot of the day was with the 3-inch pipe, 929.50. And then my best mile per hour of the day in the 1,000 foot was with the 3-inch open pipe, 108.20. So hopefully that helps somebody out there. If you're running a smaller tube header like I am, 1 5/8 and a 3-inch collector, and you're, you know, making I don't think I'm making 500 horsepower. Sorry. But the car still moves just fine. I'm happy with that. There's still some more stuff. I may do some gearing change. My first t-shirt winner is Brian Signorelli. I hope I said that right. He guessed that correctly. I'll show you up here. And then I'm going to go ahead and give away 2 other shirts for best time of the day. First one is Unfinished Project. He just jumped on there and knocked it out of the park. A couple hours later, Mr. Andy Wood at Unity Motorsports, he posted it up, and I just wanted to double check with him. Said, is this off the trailer or best time? He said, best time. He likes the car. So if y'all hadn't seen his channel, obviously go check it out. He knows what's going on with drag racing too. So I appreciate y'all watching. I'm going to get these shirts mailed out. I'll contact those guys, and we'll do this again soon. Thank y'all. Also, I would really appreciate it if y'all could share this video. Maybe it'll help somebody out there. And don't be scared to run mufflers on your race car. There's nothing wrong with it. It may be a little bit quieter, but you're not really losing any.